First question real quick, Sebring, and I know you're aware of it. When did you learn about it? Did you ever tell Craig Butler how to handle this?
Look, as soon as Craig Butler heard about it, he immediately notified the town. 2 days later, they fired the guy who was running the water system. We did everything that needed to be done. We're still doing testing. We're completely on top of this.
Did you ever think at some point you should go there?
I think we're fine. No, I didn't think there's no crisis there. What we were worried about was, why did we give the village too much time at the lower level? And those people don't work for us anymore. I mean, it's just the way it goes. And, you just don't show up everywhere. We're fine. We are, we're starting to look now at whether our public works program can accommodate the lines that flow into people's homes. But it's a serious issue for people that were affected, but we immediately did everything we needed to do. Craig Butler was on it the minute he heard about it, because that's what I expect out of the people that work in my administration. We ordered, all the things we needed to do. In fact, the federal EPA said Ohio's done more than what was even to be expected.
The disabled, those with disabilities, and the woman mentioned that. What of those who are so seriously disabled that moving them out of a Youngstown Developmental Center will so disrupt them that will really cause more harm than good?
John Martin understands this probably better than anybody in Ohio, and I'd have to leave it to him to answer that question. John believes, and he is an expert, we're following what really has been a development across the country. We don't want people in big facilities. We want them to be in a community setting. So I've told him that, and what will happen is once this program's in place, that's where everybody's going to want their loved ones to be. So, transitions are always difficult. I don't know the details exactly of what's going on here, but we'll have that lady called by John Martin, and I welcome you to call John and let him talk to you.
Question on Trump. We're seeing here in Mahoning County a significant number, perhaps more than half, of the people requesting Republican early voting ballots, absentee ballots, are from Democrats or those that have never voted in primaries before, asking specifically for Republicans, and they're very vocal. They're saying they're going to vote for Trump. Are you concerned that there's going to be this almost Jim Trafficking effect, Reagan Democrat effect of those going to Trump and undercutting what you might get from other Republicans?
I'll tell you what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about making sure that people who don't have jobs can get work and things like that. Do I seem like I'm on a razor's edge? I've done everything I can do in this state, and I'll live with the results, and the results are going to be good. And there may be a number of those Democrats who are crossing over, and I don't know how many you talk to. I don't know what your poll shows, but we're going to win Ohio, and that'll be the end of it. So look, I mean, there are people who want to express their frustration. I appreciate that, but they need to have solutions, and we'll be fine. Remember, I carried the Mahoning County. I'm one of the very few Republicans that ever won this county. So you do your best in this business, and then you live with the results, and our results will be good in Ohio, and we'll be able to move on.
The last debate, you all four said you would support each other no matter who was the nominee. Then a few days later, there was the New York Times story that suggested maybe after Chicago and Dayton that there might be a pullback from that.
Well, I have to tell you, I was not familiar with some of the quotes that were expressed at some of the rallies by Mr. Trump. He has created a toxic atmosphere in this country, and as a result of that, there are pictures that are going around the world where people are scratching their head. And when I read quotes about, I might want to punch him in the mouth, this guy running for president gives me cause. But he's not going to be the nominee. I'm going to be the nominee, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Going into Cleveland, and you expect to win Ohio, you expect this to be a turnaround. If this turns into a floor fight, as in Gerald Ford and Ronald Reagan in '76, are you concerned that those Trump supporters may feel alienated and walk away and stay home?
Well, there was no stronger group of supporters than Ronald Reagan supporters, because I was one of them and I worked directly with him. The convention was fine, and when it was over, we were all okay. I will give advice to anybody who's a delegate that, make sure you go and you do your job. and try to pick the best person to be president of the United States and leader of the free world. There's not a lot that concerns me. I work hard, and whatever happens, happens, man. I'm a happy guy. I'm having a great time at this. Okay, thank you.